Stars make every player on the team better. Michael Jordan, his ability to challenge himself, his natural ability physically of being able to play with such great energy, his intelligence, basketball intelligence, all those things I think were remarkable. I enjoyed coaching Michael Jordan because he had a respect for coaches and he had a desire to play at a peak level, and he's willing to follow instructions without, wanting to over-dominate the game. Even as a young player, there were times in the fourth quarter where he would make up the difference in a ball game on his own. I had to bring Michael in my office and say, Michael, when's the last time someone who led the league in scoring won a championship? Thought about it a bit. He said, Rick Barry. I said, yeah, that's right, in the 70s. But it's very rare that person that wins scoring championship is also on a championship team. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to move the ball around and we're going to take the spotlight off you all the time and involve the other players on your team. He said, oh, you're going to have that equal opportunity offense. Well, what's going to happen when the 24-second clock gets under 5 seconds? We'll coach the players how to get the ball to you in that particular time so you can activate the ball. Save that terrific scoring ability for the fourth quarter. He laughed and he accepted the responsibility. And the other thing that we did is we moved him from a guard to a forward position. We really wanted to win the series in Chicago, game 5, and we lost this game and we flew out to Utah to play the 6th game, and Michael said, we're going to end it tonight. You guys get ready for this ball game because we're not going 7. Going into the game, we kind of knew what we had to do to win the game. You had to play close, but come out and win the game in the last 5 minutes. The timeout that I did take with about 40-some seconds to go. That was the key, because knowing Jerry Sloan and having coached against him many times, I knew that if we could go down and score and make it a one-possession game, that he wouldn't call a timeout. We'll run the open. Dennis will, run a pick or set a pick or slip a pick, depending upon what Ostertag does. And Michael, you could double back on Malone if you have the ability. You saw the crowd rise behind that whole activity. You could see the anticipation that they had that this was a crucial moment. Michael changed the idea and pulled up for the jumper instead of taking it to the hoop and finished it. We called that season The Last Dance, and I thought, for an ending of a career, there could have been nothing sweeter than what Michael had just done.
All right, fellas, let's get out of the box quickly. Do what we did last time, take a shot.
What time is it?
Game time! Move!
Every great plot has its twist. Game 5 of the NBA Finals was no exception. In fact, it may have shifted the momentum in this series. Michael Jordan was hitting the back of the rim all night. Meanwhile, Karl Malone finally found his rhythm, 39 points. And he had help, most notably from an unlikely source, forward Antoine Carr. Called upon in the second half, Carr had 5 attempts from the field. He made all 5. Chicago couldn't close it out at home, so we're back in Utah for Game 6, coming up next.
Dusk here in Salt Lake City, Utah, as we get ready for tonight's big game. We now go over to Dan Roberts, the PA announcer for tonight's game.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Delta Center for game number 6 of the NBA Finals with the Chicago Bulls and our Utah Jazz. And now, introducing the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. Wearing number 13, the starting center at 7'2" from New Mexico, Luke Longley. On the guard line, number 9 at 6'6", from Miami of Ohio, Ron Harper. Wearing number 7, starting forward at 6'11" from Croatia, Toni Kukoc. Wearing number 33, starting forward at 6'7" from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. And at guard, number 23 at 6'6" from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. The Bulls are coached by Phil Jackson. And now the starting lineup for your Utah Jazz. Starting forward number 3 at 6'0" from Long Beach State, Brian Russell. The starting center, number 31 at 6'9" from Denver, Adam Keefe. Guard number 14 at 6'4" from Iowa State, Jeff Hornacek. On the guard line, number 12 at 6'1" from Gonzaga, John Stockton. Starting at forward, number 32. From Louisiana Tech, from the mailman, Carmelo. The Jazz are coached by Jerry Sloan.
Welcome everyone to Game 6 of the NBA Finals. I'm Kevin Harlan, and with me, former NBA Coach of the Year Mike Fratello and former player Clark Kellogg. On our sideline tonight, reporter David Aldridge. Mike, the only reason this series was extended to Game 6 is because of Utah's adjustments in Game 5.
The screen and roll is a big part of their offense. They went away from it. Instead, they posted Karl Malone, inserted Antoine Carr, who gave them another shooter, so when Pippen doubled, they could kick the ball to the open man.
And for Chicago in Game 5, Toni Kukoc coming up big, Clark. He had 30 points, but Jordan and Pippen could not get it going.
That's why we always talk about the importance of the team. It's rare that either guy, Pippen or Jordan, is off his game, let alone both of them at the same time. Jordan just couldn't find the range, and Pippen was ineffective against Hornacek in the low post.
It was so surprising, but Hornacek did a great job.
Yeah.
On the floor for the Chicago Bulls, Luke Longley is at the 5. The forwards, Scottie Pippen and Toni Kukoc. And at the guard positions, Ron Harper and the great Michael Jordan. And so for the Utah Jazz, it's Adam Keefe and Karl Malone inside. Brian Russell at the 3 and also tasked with defending Michael Jordan. And the skilled backcourt of Jeff Hornacek and John Stockton.
When you look at how the Bulls have played on the road this postseason, they're only 4-4. And most of those losses have come against their toughest opponents, Utah and Indiana.
To the middle, and then Malone with the dunk.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such aplomb. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
Kukoc, a screen on Russell. Charity stripe shot, connects, the jumper drops. Clark, of course, it took Chicago 7 games to get past Indiana, and as a former Pacer, I know how proud you are of those players from Indianapolis.
No question about it, Kevin. Being part of that franchise's history and seeing that Indiana team push the Bulls harder than any team had during this dynasty, impressive.
It was. Here is Stockton following the basket by Michael Jordan. And a big Game 5 for Toni Kukoc. You know, Clark, he made as many shots in just 13 attempts as... Oh, that was a sensational dunk!
Man, oh, man! He had some bad intentions there. Oh, boy, watch out.
Oh, boy, watch out is right.
That was crazy. Just incredible display of athleticism.
Hornacek passes to Malone. Over Longley. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And Karl Malone, the 1997 league MVP, has a full package of offensive firepower. Inside, outside, he gets it done in multiple ways.
And first team all defense 2 years running. Give him credit. He's an elite two-way player.
Stockton looking around. Passes to Malone. Outside, Russell. Back to Malone. 6 to shoot. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. And Karl Malone with the slam.
And in the fourth quarter of Game 5, John Stockton didn't attempt a single field goal. Jerry Sloan would like him to be a little more assertive with his scoring tonight.
He's been an outstanding field goal percentage shooter throughout his career and in this series, Mike, so no real reason for him not to look for his shot.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw good, Jordan.
Michael Jordan taking 2 shots.
And so Jordan nails both of them. And so Stockton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz, trailing by 2. Malone, a screen on Harper. Down low. It's tipped.
Not always easy to get a shot around the guy of Longley's stature. He uses his length to get all over it for a block.
And Mike, coming into this game, Malone said he wanted to attack the paint early.
That's right. Looking to put pressure on the rim and, if possible, get Rodman and Longley in early foul trouble.
Here's Hornacek. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The high motor of Hornacek is an instant difference maker. He makes it as hard as possible for guys to keep up with him and just tries to outwork everybody.
Antoine Carr, he's checked in for Utah. And the Bulls making a change also. Rodman, he's checked in for Luke Longley. Shot from the wing. Good, he hits the jump shot. Jordan's got 10.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Hey, Clark, with the injury issues to Pippen and Harper, so much falling on the big shoulders of Michael Jordan.
And we know those shoulders are broad and capable, and we're used to thinking of Michael Jordan as superhuman, but he's now in his 30s playing big minutes. Does he have enough to climb another hurdle? We'll see.
It's going to be interesting to find out. Stockton kicks to Malone. Another miss by Utah.
They got a great look. Close in. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go through the hoop.
And the Bulls, David Aldridge, with some concerning injury.
Thanks, guys. Now the big news for the Bulls is the condition of Scottie Pippen, who hurt his back in Game 3. He did take an injection yesterday, did electrical stim, iced it, had ultrasound and a massage, and then he did a lot of stretching. He told me he's a little bit ginger, but nothing can keep him out of a game like this. Back to you.
We knew that. David, thank you. Mike, it really has been an injury-plagued series for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, Ron Harper has the flu, can't hold down any food. Plus, the Bulls have been without a couple other key players. Monumental challenge for them tonight.
Huge, you're right. And a big question in this game will be how effective Scottie Pippen can be with his back spasm issue.
Well, in Game 5, he was only 2 of 16 from the floor. But he gave him 11 boards, 11 assists, and 3 steals. Can he find a way to impact the game tonight?
Like he did in Game 5, you're right. Hornacek outside. Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. Hornacek against Jordan. Hornacek, no luck.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Rodman passes to Jordan. Kerr outside. This one for three. The Bulls trying to slam the door for their 6th title.
Still in the first quarter, and they've already carved out a double-digit lead.
In complete control thus far. They couldn't have asked for a better start.
Malone with the nice move. Malone's got 8 points.
And you can see how confident Malone is inside. I mean, he feels like he can score on anybody from there.
And so it's Chicago, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back to the second quarter of the NBA Finals, Game 6 here in Utah, as the Chicago Bulls look to close out the Jazz. But do they have enough left in the tank to get it done?
And these Bulls have to feel like the time is now to close out the series. They do not want it getting to a Game 7 on the road.
Hornacek's out there with Isley. Then there's Carr. Then it's Malone, and it's Morris in at the small forward position. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Here's Malone, and he lays it straight in. He's got 10. And Clark, the Bulls looking to close it out tonight. Critical, since very few teams have been able to win a Finals Game 7 on the road.
And you know what, Kevin? If it got to that point, all the momentum would be with the Jazz having battled back from down 3-1. The Bulls got to play like this is the Game 7 here.
Oh, once again, you've mapped it out well, Clark. So, Mike, the mailman, Karl Malone, as intended, doing damage inside.
The Bulls lack anyone who can really slow him down in there.
The defense getting hung up on the pick there. They've got to get over it.
And every time they don't, they're just allowing the shooter to find the jumper.
And the Jazz with some changes. Russell comes in for Morris, and it's Stockton in for Isaac. Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for the Bulls. Pippen comes in for Burrell. Michael Jordan on the wing. He's guarded by Russell. Jordan takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Jordan's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls. Kerr against Stockton. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Rodman.
And in these particular playoffs, the Bulls have lost 4 of their last 5 on the road. They know they've got to get busy and handle their business now.
Jordan is doubled over Stockton. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
Stay aggressive. I don't ever like to see teams pump the brakes when they've got the lead. Stay aggressive, attack, a fantastic way to pad your cushion.
Absolutely. You know a run is coming.
And the Utah Jazz, Mike, the last 2 years, the best winning percentage in franchise history.
Top 2 in the league. This Stockton-Malone pairing is one for the record books.
History in front of our eyes, you're right. And they double up Jordan. Pippen down low. Malone on him. Kicks it out to Kerr. A second chance effort. Rodman passes to Jordan. Shoots over Stockton. And Jordan gets it to go on the assist from Rodman. Jordan's got 27.
And the Utah Jazz not getting a lot from their center position in this series. Both Greg Ostertag and Jeff Forster, relative non-factors.
Pass to Hornacek. Looks for Stockton, gets it to him. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Such a pro at reading defenses. Stockton is terrific at recognizing when to go right up with the shot.
And they double up Jordan. And Rodman gets it to go. Rodman's got his second bucket tonight. And for the Jazz's center troubles, Clark, you can't help but recall the trade deadline deal that almost brought center Ronnie Cycli to Utah.
You know, Kevin, that trade was a done deal, but then somehow it just fell apart and fell through. A big man averaging 15 and 7 in Orlando. Boy, he could have really helped.
Oh, you said it. Keefe is checked in for the Jazz. Anderson comes in for Hornacek. And the Bulls making a change also. Harper's checked in. Anderson against Jordan. On the wing, Stockton. Keefe passes to Malone. Over Kukoc. Malone misses.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back. You know, with all the other things Pippen does so well, sometimes I think we forget how good a passer he is.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half. And in this MVP battle so far, Michael Jordan is coming out, I think, Coach, on top.
Yeah, Karl Malone not having the same impact as MJ. That's been a factor.
Huge. Got a hand on it. Seems to me, Clark, like the Bulls doing a pretty good job of containing the terrific Karl Malone.
Well, you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. And after his big showing in Game 5, Kevin, they knew that would be a critical element tonight. Bottle up Malone.
That's right. Top of the priority list. Harper against Stockton. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
Even against tough defense, Stockton stays strong and focused. This guy really has great composure. Hey, yo, right here.
Jordan outside. He gets it up. And the shot. Oh, he gets it off to beat the buzzer.
Oh. Wonderful shot clock awareness right there. Well done.
That's gotta feel good. Let's see if they can build upon this momentum heading into the next quarter.
Michael Jordan getting it done for Chicago. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Right, welcome back to the second half of Game 6 in the NBA Finals here in Salt Lake City, Utah. The Jazz trying to force a Game 7 against the defending champion Chicago Bulls in front of these tremendous fans. Chicago leading by 20.
And not just Scottie Pippen dealing with a bad back. John Stockton also dealing with back issues.
And they double up Jordan. One more half between the Bulls and a forever legacy.
Fantastic look. Excellent start to this second half.
Easy hoops out of halftime. That really can get your team rolling.
So with Rodman on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. Tony Kukoc is out there with Pippen. Then it's Longley. Then there's Harper. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointers, Stockton. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And apparently Clark, Stockton got a back adjustment at halftime.
Well, Kevin, you know, at this point in the season, just about everybody is dealing with some kind of ailment. It's really a battle of attrition.
It is. Stockton outside. Pass to Malone. And the pass to Russell. Malone looking around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you look at Karl Malone, 6'9", 250 pounds, just a Goliath. The Bulls are hard-pressed to deal with his physicality inside.
Longley passes to Jordan. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Clark, you talk about defending Malone. Dennis Rodman is game for that challenge. He's game for any challenge, but that one in particular.
Yeah, with Dennis Rodman, it's about embracing that hard-nosed physical play. And we know that Rodman is a guy who never backs up from that.
No, he doesn't. And Utah making a change here. Carr's checked in. Harper with the steal.
And, you know, you look at the Jazz with Malone and their other bigs, they've got a significant size advantage inside, but the Bulls have done a nice job holding their own on the glass.
Mike, they've had no answers for how to slow this team down.
Their offense hasn't been great either. It's been brutal for them.
On the wing, Malone. The 10-footer. That one a little long. Like you were talking about the size comparison between these two teams, the Bulls are a lot bigger on the perimeter.
Yeah, Harper and Jordan both 6'6". Contrast that with the Jazz, Stockton at 6'1", Hornacek 6'3". They don't have the same length on the wings.
Right, it is on display for sure.
Coming out of halftime, they're on an absolute tear.
And I don't know what was said in that locker room, but it's working.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
Taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the D and made them pay.
Outside, Russell. Passes it to Carr. Clock at 6. Jazz passing it around. Three-pointer from Stockton. That shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with it. And they double up Jordan. Here's Kukoc. The rebound by Carr. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Hornacek passes to Carr. Russell with it. Pass to Stockton. Hornacek outside. Malone, the pass to Carr. Good on the shot.
Fantastic work by Carr. Getting the ball in a good spot and going into attack mode.
Harper against Stockton. Harper dishes to Kukoc. Right side, Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Bulls have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. First one falls for him. A different look for Utah. Morris is checked in for Russell. Anderson comes in for Hornacek. And Isley subbed in for John Stockton. The Bulls also changing it up. Rodman, he's checked in for Longley. Burrell comes in for Bushler. And Kerr subbed in for Ron Harper. Anderson goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
Beautiful reverse, using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
Carr against Kerr. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Foster's checked in for Carr. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Simpkins checked in. And Morris has got the ball here for the Utah Jazz. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Another miss by Utah.
Utah still struggling from deep. We saw it last game, and it's continued in this one.
Jordan is doubled. Kukoc for 3. They get it again. Another shot. And it's laid in by Rodman. Rodman's got 6 points.
In terms of rebounding, Rodman is elite. He fights hard to get the offensive board and send it back.
Here's Isley. Shoots the 3, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it.
Great effort from Rodman, wanting to do whatever he can to alter shots.
And so it's Chicago, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. We're back for the fourth quarter of play here in Game 6. The Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls, for the second year in a row, battling for an NBA championship. It all comes down to this. Coach, Michael Jordan is having himself a game. Wow.
Outplaying Karl Malone to this point. The Bulls getting the better of that superstar matchup. And you look at it, John Stockton, 36 years of age, Karl Malone at 34. You wonder, Is this their last best chance at a title?
So with Malone on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Jerry Sloan. Keefe is out there with Foster. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Morris. And it's Isley in at the point guard. 2 points. That one goes.
Such a good shooter. Buechler is very comfortable from that range.
And Stockton at this point has played more playoff games, Clark, than anyone in NBA history without winning a title.
Boy, you certainly respect the number of deep runs that he's been part of. And at this point, all he wants is a ring.
Because he's going to the Hall of Fame, but you're right. This has got to be the one thing absent on his resume.
No doubt.
The shot by Isley, no good. Isley's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Jordan. He gets it in there. Jordan's got 49 points in the game.
Brian Russell's size, he's 6'7" and 225 pounds, and he's got good athleticism too, really makes him the best defensive option for Utah in playing Michael Jordan.
Now we go to David for a quick take.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, when you think about Michael Jordan's legacy, this is a guy with nothing left to prove, but he plays every game as if he has everything to prove. And it's part of what's made him great and part of what he's done for the game of basketball and this Bulls organization, which has won more with him than it ever did before he got here. Guys?
Puts it in perspective, D.A. Thank you. Mike Air Jordan. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest of all time.
What more can we ask for? What has he done for the game of basketball and the NBA as a whole? It's simply remarkable.
Well, no one has covered more big Jordan games than you, Mike. You would know. Here's Isley. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. And the Bulls making a change here. First checked in. On defense, Chicago. Morris passes to Isley. And it goes down 2 points. Isley's got 6 in the quarter. And Russell drafted in the second round back in '93, Mike. He's played his entire career with the Jazz.
And he's not on the floor for his offense. His role for this Jazz team is to be a wing stopper.
And they double up Jordan. Pass to Buechler. Puts up a 3. Good. And it's Jordan picking up the assist. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight.
A solid shooter from beyond the arc. Buechler understands when to fire from there.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now here's Jordan. There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Buechler. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Three-pointers clearly the difference for them here in the second half.
Tough to guard a whole team from beyond the arc. They've got it going.
The pass to Isley. Back to Morris. The 3. Unable to get that one. And it's Chicago the other way. Jordan outside. And there's the drive. Makes it off the glass. Jordan's got 53.
They can't miss on an absolute tear.
This is a thing of beauty. Perfect offensive basketball.
And stolen by Jordan. The shot from the low post is good. Jordan's got 55.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
Foster is screen on Kerr to end the run. The kick out to Anderson. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Buechler, the pass to Longley. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Morris with the ball. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Passes it to Isley. Foster is screen on Longley. A shot by Isley, no good. Clark just let the clock run out.
It's celebration time.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. And the Chicago Bulls win their 6th championship, completing a second three-peat. Without question, Mike, one of the greatest dynasties this league has ever seen.
6 championships in 8 seasons. A decade of dominance. The 90s have belonged to Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls.
And this title run for the Bulls, arguably, Clark, their most difficult, with age and injuries and even some palace intrigue. But for the moment, merely jubilation.
You covered it all there, Kevin. What a remarkable run. And now we'll just have to wait and see whether they decide to run it back one more time. This very well, though, could be the final chapter